Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to the Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist, type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on rewiring perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired, episode number 85. Today, I am coming to you to talk about human design thirst traps for high achievers and how to use human design cheat codes correctly. Last week, I dropped episode 84 about how I'm using human design to cure imposter syndrome permanently forever, and gave you some badass principles that you can use to take into your own life. Since episode 84, several of you reached out asking where you can learn more about human design. Or let's say you're already you know about it, but you reached out saying that you really want to get more into it. And I am responding to that as a sacral generator with this episode, because there are so many thirst traps, as I like to call them. The way that I'm defining thirst trap is for this episode is you're like dehydrated and you're like parched and you're coming from this like needy energy, but you don't recognize that on a conscious level, because I don't believe any human is like, I just really want to be a thirst trap. And in terms of like when they are seeking knowledge. And in particular, I have fallen into this too so many times. And what I'm doing here is sharing my wisdom with you on how you can use your human design cheat codes correctly. But before we get into it, I am so proud of all of my one-on-one coaching clients and how they are owning their voice. Like my client, Megan, she stopped waiting her turn while under-earning her male colleagues, and she asked for a promotion outside of the normal schedule, and she received it, which means that she is now making over $800,000 more. My client, Andrea, is taking control of her fertility journey. My client, Margot, is instituting a matriarchal and synergistic business model in her workplace. And my client, KB, is going on a cross-country road trip while building her business at the same damn time. Okay, so 5 thirst traps that I see high achievers falling into and how to use your human design codes correctly. Number 1, you are treating it like a prescription instead of an experiment. Human design is an experiment, as is life. When I first heard about mine, I was like, wait, I have to wait to respond. I don't want to do that. That sounds so boring to me. Why can't I be a manifester? And literally, like you can get one thing from human design, like your strategy, your energy, and like how it works. It is very simple. Just go with that. Like human design was the goal when it originated was for parents to use with their children. It's super, super simple. And you know that you are treating it like a prescription because you are reading up on all the side effects, trials, case studies. You're just like pouring yourself into it. And I'm just saying, hey, take one thing, go out and live it. Experiment just for a week or a month, or just take one thing. I encourage all of my clients to be the scientist in their life. You have a hypothesis, you go out and you collect data for that by doing the damn thing, and you reflect and you iterate. So that is number 1. Number 2, you are treating it like a paint by numbers instead of a Monet masterpiece. Human design is specific, and there are so many contexts and nuances to it, just like there are so many contexts and nuances to you as a human being. When you first start, it's going to leave you with more questions than answers. And it's important for you to be okay with that, to zoom out, to step into the hot air balloon with me and like just see what's happening instead of getting really drilled in on, well, what does this gate mean? And what is tone? And what is perspective? And what's this other thing? And what about this? And oh, now I need to learn about this. And there's a new training. Like, oh, right. It's like, no, this is the masterpiece of your life. Let yourself be okay with not knowing and like the uncertainty. That is where skill is. Number 3, you are using your diagnosis against yourself. Diagnoses are meant to help you. If any diagnosis that you have, I'm even talking medical here, if you are using it as a limitation instead of an expander, drop it like it's hot. For example, I have the channel of struggle. And when I first saw that, I just thought, well, I meant to struggle. That's me, struggle bus. But really, just like take what resonates and leave the rest. Human design helps you be more of who you are. And I believe that is what all diagnoses are too. It's there to help you be more of who you are. I've gotten so many diagnoses over the past 35 years of my life that like they literally mean nothing to me anymore. Like there's some that I like am aware of and I use them to help inform me and stuff in my life. But literally, I mean, I would be living under a rock. This podcast would not be here if I just listened to all the diagnoses that I had. And if or if I actively searched out new ones. Like life is meant for living, not for finding all the ways that you can prevent dying. Okay. Number 4, thirst trap. I just need to learn more about this. You're going to go down this rabbit hole. Especially if you are a logical thinker, you're going to be like, I'm so into human design. I just can't stop. I just can't stop. But here's the thing. It is not supposed to be like you in your ivory tower, not doing things and researching. It is meant to empower you so you can get out there so that you can live your life in a bigger, bolder way. You can really exude the energy that you were born with. If you do notice that you like to learn more, because, hey, I'm all about that, really just check yourself about where it's coming from. Like 99.9% of the time, I can tell you, because I'm also highly intuitive, it is coming from the mind. It is coming from the not self. And like that is where the thirst, hence the name of this episode, is coming from. And so a great way to check yourself before you wreck yourself is to ask yourself, what's my intention here? When will I know enough? Enough is such a mind fuck. I recommend you just drop it like it's hot. But if you like to use it, then challenge yourself. If your brain likes to use the word enough, then what you do as the leading lady of your life, you define what enough is. You don't let your mind control everything by saying that you're going to use the word enough and then not putting parameters around there so you know like what it is. And make it so it's like you can actually define it. Keep asking yourself, be like Whitney Houston, how will I know? It's so fucking specific, it's uncomfortable. What you'll find is you will no longer go down rabbit holes because you will know exactly what it is that you are going into it with. Number 5, thirst trap for high achievers is that intimacy is built through trusted experiences over time. Especially intimacy with yourself. Like give yourself the time and space. What I see with high achievers, and hey, I did this too, is this like jackrabbit porn addiction approach. I just need to do it all now. This relationship that you are building with yourself, which is the most important relationship of your life, your relationship with yourself is what every other relationship in your life will always be limited or expanded by. The only way that you can get better at sex is by doing it. And it's the same thing with human design. You can read all the books, all the guides, but you need to get out of your head and into your body and into your life. If you're thinking to yourself, I'm bad in bed, you're not going to be good in bed. It's going to be like very mechanical or like dead fish. It's not going to be a good experience. I love human design because it evens the playing field for all of us. Like you have a unique message and you have a sacred mission that you are meant to bring out in your lifetime. All of those desires that you have on your heart are there for a reason. And that reason is that you 100% possess the ability to bring them into fruition. All that really depends on is your ability to convert your life experiences into compost that will help you grow. If you're nodding your head yes, listen closely because I might have the solution you've been searching for. My Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, a 6-week, highly individualized one-on-one coaching experience designed exclusively for perfectionists like you. Your perfectionism is actually your greatest asset, and leveraging it can be hard work or take years of guesswork. That's why in Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, I give you my key frameworks to taking charge of your Ferrari drive, proven to work even for the most type A, high-strung, stubborn perfectionists. In the first 30 days, you will cut your burnout in half, increase your professional fulfillment by at least 150%, and your self-compassion will go up at least 250%. And that is just your first 30 days. So if you want to save yourself years of trial and error, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator today. Or if you want to take the easy way, just click the link in the show notes to check out the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator.